Good day everyone! Today I'll be talking about crude oil and how we treat it. Crude oil or petroleum is a fossil fuel from millions of years ago from the remains of ancient marine organisms buried deep under layers of sediments. Over time, heat and pressure transformed those remains into the thick, dark liquid we know today. This oil is found underground or beneath the ocean floor and is brought to surface by drilling wells. Once extracted, it is sent to refineries and turned into valuable products like fuel, such as petrol and diesel, plastic, lubricants, asphalt, and fertilizer. There are two main ways we drill for oil, which is the onshore and offshore. Onshore drilling takes place on land using mobile rigs. It is generally simpler, cheaper, and easy to access. Workers and equipment can move in and out more easily, and the rigs often use directional drilling to reach target underground. Meanwhile, offshore drilling, on the other hand, is done in seas or oceans using complex platforms like tree ships, semi-submersibles, and take-up rigs. These operations are much more expensive and challenging, especially in deep water. Offshore rigs use dynamic positioning systems to stay in place and need ships or helicopters to transport personnel and supplies. They also have to deal with harsh weather and strong sea currents, which can disrupt or even stop operations. That is a quick overview of what crude oil is and how we extract it both on land and at sea. Now, let's dive deeper into how is the drilling process of the petroleum crude oil.
The journey to crude oil starts long before the drill bit catches rock. Geologists use sophisticated techniques like seismic imaging, essentially sending sound waves into the earth and analyzing their reflections to map underground formations. They search for geological traps, structures that could hold oil and gas. This is followed by exploratory drilling, a test to confirm the presence of hydrocarbons. Once a viable reservoir is confirmed, the real drilling begins. A massive rig, a complex machine of steel and power, drills a wellbore, often miles deep. A rotating drill bit grinds through rock while drilling mud. A carefully engineered fluid is constantly pumped down and back up. This mud cools the bit, carries rock cuttings to the surface, and prevents wellbore collapse. Steel casing is cemented in place to reinforce the hole and prevent leaks. Reaching the reservoir is only half the battle. The casing is perforated, carefully created holes to allow oil to flow. Then comes completion, installing downhole equipment like packers and gravel packs to enhance oil flow. The well is rigorously tested to determine its productivity. If successful, pump brings the crude oil to the surface where it's separated from gas and water. But the story doesn't end there. After years of production, the well must be safely abandoned. This involves removing equipment, sealing the wellbore with cement, and rigorous environmental monitoring to prevent contamination. From initial survey to final abandonment, drilling for crude oil is complex, high-stakes operation demanding cutting-edge technology and a commitment to safety and environmental responsibility.
Okay, now let's talk about safety and environment concern in crude petroleum drilling. Drilling is a risk worker face danger like blowout, gas leak, fire, which is why safety systems like the blowout prevent are so important. Proper training and the safety gear are also a must to prevent accident. On land, drilling can lead to oil spill, soil contamination, and damage to nearby ecosystems, especially if there are leaks in storage tanks or pipelines. In the ocean, the risks are even higher. Offshore oil spill can harm fish, birds, and the coral reef. You might remember the Deepwater Horizon incident. That's a big example of how bad things can get. To reduce this risk, companies now use safer drilling fluid, monitor for leak, and have emergency response plan readily, whether it's on land or at sea. Safe drilling helps protect both people and the environment. Now, let's move on to the real example crude petroleum drilling in Malaysia, one of the biggest projects in KK oil field in Sabah, operated by the Petronas. It Malaysian first deepwater oil production and a major milestone for our energy industry. Drilling is done for floating rig out in deep sea water. This rig use marine safety system like gas detector and blowout preventer, and they constantly monitor the environment. Petronas also focus on reducing harm, for example, by treating and disposing of the drilling waste properly and using cleaner technology. Even on land, in places like Terengganu, Petronas follow environment regulation to protect the surrounding communities and the nature. So, overall, they show how crude oil drilling, whether on land or in the ocean, can be done more safely in the right technology and care for the environment.